my channel. Today I'm doing another unicorn talk. I'm talking about the Stalker story. If you guys don't know about the Stalker story, you guys don't follow me like on social media, because all I've been talking about is my freaking stalker. Well, he says he's not a stalker. So in this story, just so I won't get like in trouble, I'm gonna use the words allegedly and I think, not because, you know, it could be, I don't know, but I don't want to get in trouble because I'm just telling my story, like what happened to me. So if you guys if you guys didn't know about the scariest time like that happened this past week, just continue to watch. So first of all, let's start off with allegedly. This guy has been bothering me at work for a while. Everyone's told me that he likes me and whatever, and that I'm just like, I'm not interested. He's not my type of guy. He's just very not my type of guy, you know. Like if I liked him and he was like cool and maybe like less like, I don't know, he's a creep. To me, he's a creep. So I don't even talk to him at work. I don't even say hi to him. I'm very like, don't talk to me. I'm not a bitch, but like the things he said before just like made me like be such a bitch to him. I get along with everybody at work. I like play fight with them. I'm like always very playful, and I'm very like, I don't get mad over nothing. So this guy always used to call me mamacita and like hola reina or prince, whatever, like disgusting name. I mean, I don't like being called out on my name. I tell everybody my name's freaking Angie, and only the people that I work with, like that I talk to on the regular, like every time I'm there, I let them, I say, oh, I'm like Princess Angie or whatever. Not saying, I'm not trying to sound like I'm like, you know, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like if you get along with somebody, like you play around with them, makes the day go by so much easier, so much better. So yeah, so this guy had been bothering me at work, and like I had told him, you know, like don't talk to me, like I don't want you talking to me. He would always, when I would leave work, I would go punch out and like he would want to shake my hand. I'll be like, dude, don't touch me, don't talk to me, like why are you even in my face? Like I don't like you, like dude, leave me alone. So okay, this was happening for a while, and I'm not like a bitch to be like telling the manager like, oh, this guy's bothering me. Like I don't want to get anybody in trouble or like get them fired, or you know, like I'm not, because I'm not mean. I tend to try to be a really nice person. I don't like to create drama, especially somewhere I'm working, you know, like I just want to keep like the peace, and like I just tell you not to talk to me, don't talk to me, and we'll be fine, you know. On Sunday I didn't talk to him at all. All I did was like, he told me something about the food, and I was like, okay, like whatever. And I just went about my day. Like it was a good ass day. I had gotten Starbucks delivered to me. I was like, hell yeah, today's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna go home, finish watch The Walking Dead, because I missed it. I freaking missed it again. Okay, so this guy, okay, you guys know he works with me. He leaves usually an hour before I do, and I stay there till like close. So whatever, that happened, and usually I never think anything of it. That day I had to go to CVS after work, so right after work I saw him when he left. I saw when he left like an hour before me. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I usually never pay attention, because my coworker that I work with all the time, he was in the front, so I was just like he was waiting for his friend, so we were talking, and then whatever, I didn't make anything of it, and then time to close came, and whatever, I went to the back, I punched out, and then I go outside, I see nothing suspicious, nothing, I'm not even aware of my surroundings. So at this point I just head to CVS, and that's when I found all the Milani liquid lipsticks that I showed you guys on Snapchat. And then I call my Uber, and then like the Uber picks me up right at the corner. So this is where the freaky ass shit happens. So like my house and my job are not that far away, so I pretty much can walk to work, but you know, I'm a little afraid. So I wanted to like take an Uber, because it was nighttime and like I'm tired. Working 12 hours on Sundays really kills me. So that day I was like, whatever, I called my Uber. He got there like 1 minute, fast as hell, real real fast. So then tell me why I didn't find what I needed at CVS, so then I was gonna go to a Walgreens by my house. So then I was like, oh, the Uber was talking to me about baseball or something. And then I was like, oh, you could just leave me at the corner of my house because I need to go to the store. He's like, oh, okay, well, have a good night, whatever. So I get out my Uber, and I go around to the back of the car. I usually go through the front, but this time I went through the back. I don't know why. And a car stops there fine, but then it makes like a weird like turn, reverse back, and it like parks there. And when I turn, it's my freaking coworker, Seth. I freak out. I like not run, but like super power walk into Walgreens, and I call my sister. I was like, dude, what the hell? Like this guy's following me. The guy from work. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, the guy from work following me. He was right behind my Uber. She's like, what? I was like, well, my brother was supposed to meet me because he wanted me to buy him something. So I was like, dude, like, she's like, Brandon's on his way. I was like, okay, well, I called my brother Brandon, and then he's like, I'm here. I was like, dude, the guy from work followed me. I was freaking out. He's like, what's wrong? I was like, the guy followed me. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like, okay, so then that happened. So then I was like, okay, we got what he needed and what I needed, and then we went outside. And tell me why. And I got off on this corner, and then he was on this corner, like reversed, and waited for us to get out of Walgreens. So at that point, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, why is he here? Why is he following us? So then my brother's like, let's go up to him, see what the hell did he want. And I was like, no, dude, like, let's just walk away. Let's just walk all the way around to go to our house. Like, just make a crazy ass round way. So we start, like, Walgreens is, let's say Walgreens is right here, and then we're walking like straight down from where Walgreens is. We don't even go into our side street because I don't want him to know exactly where I live. So then, like, we start walking like half a block down, then we run across the street, and then we run to our corner. And I guess he thought we had went straight, and like, I was like, wait at this corner just to make sure that it's him. Like, I don't want to be like telling people at work follow me home if I'm not sure it's him. So then after that, like, I wait at the corner, I'm hiding, and then I see him. Like, I saw his freaking face, and I know what kind of car he drives, so I was just like, it's him. Like, he waited for us to leave so we could. So we like run home. At that point, I was like, Brandon, just run home. He's like, okay. So we ran to my house. My mom was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, Mom, the guy from work followed me home. She was like, what? I was like, yeah. So I was just interrupted by some hookers, but where was I? Oh, so we run home, and like, my mom's like, what the hell's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? She's like, you look like you're freaking gonna pass out. I was like, Mom, me persiguió el señor del trabajo. She's like, what? She's like, call the police, call. I was like, no, like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should call. And then I started texting my friend. At that point, I was just like, oh, this is the time. I wish I had a boyfriend so I could just call him, tell him to beat his ass. But then I called my, like, I text my friend, my two best friends, Alejandra and Magali, and I was just like, dude, like, what the hell do I do? Like, do I call the police? They're like, dude, call the police. What's wrong with you? So I called 311, and I was just like, this guy followed me home from work, and I don't know what to do. Do I call the police? And then they just sent me to the police. They probably thought I was such an idiot. But then I call the police. They're like, well, send the next squad car over and whatever. So I was just like waiting, and like I was panicking, and I was just like, shit, like I just don't like being in like that big of a drama. So the police show up at my house. They're like, oh, have you ever dated this guy? I was just like, no, he disgusts me. So allegedly, they were like, well, we can't really do anything because he was in a car. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I was just like, do I tell anybody? They're like, just tell your manager what happened, and then maybe from there they should like be able to figure out like if he's a creep or not, or like something further that they can do. So I was like, okay, thank you. So then they were like, hey, I know you. And I was just like, yeah. He's like, I know. He's like, where do you work? And I told him where I worked. He's like, yeah, I think I've seen you there. And I was like, yeah, that's where I work. So then whatever, so the cops know where I work. So whatever. And then I just decided to like text my manager. I was like, you know what, this happened tonight and I don't know what to do. Like, he had just came back from vacation, so I was just like, I don't know if I tell you, like, I don't have the other manager's number to call, and my job was already closed, so the other manager had left like for good for the night. So I was like, you know, I don't know what to do. He's like, you know what, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of this, whatever. Monday happens, my coworker calls me. He's like, dude, like, what happened? Like, why didn't you text me? I was just like, I don't know, like, I just didn't know what to do. He's like, well, the owner talked to the guy. Allegedly, he was like waiting for somebody else, and he wasn't waiting for you. The story he told my coworker was that he was waiting for a girl, and I was like, okay, like, cool. And then he's like, that he was waiting for his girlfriend or girl, I don't know, whatever he said. So he said the girl lived 3 blocks from where I live. I'm like, or 3 or 4 blocks away. I'm not gonna say my exact street area because you guys are gonna find me and I don't want it. So okay, so 3 or 4 blocks away. So I was like, okay. So then he's like, yeah, she was waiting for the bus, and like the bus never came, so she got in a taxi, and then I was gonna meet her at her house. That's why I stopped there. And I was like, okay. I was like, cool story, but that doesn't make any sense because one, my Uber was not a taxi. It was a regular car with regular ass color. It was a regular black like car. It was no freaking taxi. 2, why did you stop at the street I lived on right behind my Uber, literally right behind my Uber, and you stopped right there, you parked, and then you waited for me to get out of Walgreens? Like, dude, like, that makes no freaking sense. And then I told my coworker, he's like, well, just talk to him tomorrow, clear this up. I was like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want any contact with him. I don't want him near me. So then whatever, Tuesday comes, and like and I didn't see him. I guess he left before I got there. And then Wednesday came, and that's when he was like, I got there, whatever, I'm usually whatever, like I'm just there, and I was making an order for a lady, and then he comes right behind. He's like, can I talk to you? I'm like, no, I'm busy right now. I don't want to talk right now. He's like, no, ahora vas a escucharme, which basically means now you're gonna listen to me. And I'm like, dude, I was like, don't talk to me like that. Like straight up, I was like, no me hables así. He's like, well, tú me vas a escuchar porque whatever, you're making up lies. He's like, you think you're the only, tú eres la única mujer en el mundo. I was like, obviously I'm not. That's why you should find yourself another girl that you can ghost stalk. I was like, no, I know I'm not the only girl in this world, but you need to calm the hell down, and if I ever see you near my house again following me in my freaking Ubers, I'm gonna call the cops again. He's like, no, like you didn't have to bring the boss into this. I'm like, I didn't. I was like, I felt unsafe. I felt like you followed me directly into my house. What if I had told the Uber, no, just take me straight to where I live? You would have known exactly where I live. So that was the whole thing. I was freaked out that night. I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like I was literally, I am not a person that like, I don't know, my mind gets blocked when I get into situations like that. So I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of like in shock that somebody would actually have the balls to follow me home, and especially if you work with me. Like allegedly he was like waiting for another girl, but everybody knows that he likes me, so I don't know what he was on, but he must be a little cuckoo to follow somebody home. He took it a step way too far. That's why I had to get the police involved, and I felt so uncomfortable. Like him staring at me at work, trying to get me, like trying to talk, like, you're gonna listen to me now? I was like, no, I'm not gonna talk to you. I was like, if he wanted to talk to me, he could have talked to me when there was a bunch of people there. There was nobody there when he pulled me aside. I was like, no. I was like, I didn't want to talk to him by myself. I didn't want to talk to him when I was working on an order, and I didn't want to talk to him that day. So I see him Saturday. I see him tomorrow. Well, I see him Saturday, so probably he's gonna want to talk to me again. I'll be like, you know what? If you want to talk to me, the manager can be here, and you can tell me what you need to tell me, and you can make up whatever bullshit lie you want to make. But the story he made up was so stupid because he was right behind my Uber. Like, you got out an hour before me, then you waited for me to get in my Uber, and then you followed me home, dude. Like, let's just be real, you fucking freak. So yes, I got a little like heated because it pisses me off that I can't be comfortable where I work. I can't be comfortable where I live because some fucking freak wants to follow me home. So yeah, I'm just telling you guys, like, if you guys feel uncomfortable and like someone's following you, like, don't be afraid to call the cops. I was afraid, but then I got over it and I was like, whatever, I'm gonna call the cops. Better be safe than sorry. Don't, like, if you're in a situation like that, don't let it go so far as to where he had to follow me home. If somebody's bothering you at work or somebody's doing something to you, tell your manager right away. I was stupid enough to wait for something else to happen. I should have just told my manager right away that he was bothering me, but like now everybody's watching him. I think most people know what he did, and it's kind of freaking scary. So yeah, just be careful, you guys. Like, that was my story. After I heard the story he made up, I just started laughing. I was like, this dude is an idiot. Like, he got caught up and he's trying to make a stupid ass story, but whatever, he can do himself. I'm gonna keep doing me, and he can keep talking shit about me if he wants to, but I don't give a fuck. Like, he can go to hell. Like, I don't care about this dude. So yeah, that was my freaking story. I feel like I need a drink, you guys. I need a drink. So if you guys like the unicorn series, let me know what other topics you want me to talk about. Obviously, I talk about everything here. So if you guys want me to talk about anything else, let me know. Also, I have a Facebook page. If you guys haven't added me on there, remember to add me. I did get my ear pierced. Like, it's a real earring now. Oh my god, I want to get more. I want to get one over it and like one under it. I'm obsessed with piercings now. I'm like hooked. So yeah, I got that pierced. I want to let you guys know, and I will see you guys very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.